E aí pessoal, Nara trazendo mais uma parte de Dragon Age 2. Hoje eu vou fazer uma quest das principais para pegar mais um dos nossos companheiros e mais algumas quests aleatórias para complementar aí. Pronto, agora vocês estão vendo que agora eu estou com uma armadura nova. Eu consegui as DLCs de novo e consegui pegar mais algumas que deu essas armaduras aqui, como vocês estão vendo, é do Ser Isaac, do Dead Space. Antes de realmente começar o jogo, aqui nessa parede tem uma nota. Às vezes no jogo eles aparecem essas notinhas meio aleatórias assim, então algumas coisas passam despercebidas pela gente. Ok. Acho que isso aqui eu já li. Ah, e olhando aqui no inventário, vocês vão ver que eles possuem esses quadradinhos pretos, que na verdade significa que são as armaduras deles, dos nossos companheiros. E essas armaduras podem ser encontradas em algumas lojinhas. Aqui perto mesmo tem a lojinha que tem a armadura do Varric. Aqui, Varric. Que é essa lojinha em Highton, aqui do lado daquela lojinha que a gente tinha entrado antes. E mais aqui embaixo, nesta coisinha. Cadê? Ué? Ah não, tá aqui no fundo. Vamos lá, vamos lá. Fundir os locais. Aqui ó, exatamente aqui. Isso é isso. Aqui ó, Aveline. Pronto, aumentamos o primeiro dos dois. Meryl e o resto do pessoal que ainda não é Fenris, Anders e Isabela, que eles ainda vão entrar, não tem nesse primeiro ato. A Bethany ou o Carver, dependendo de qual que vocês vão pegar, ganha no Beefright. Bem, ganha naquela quest lá que a gente fez. Uma das primeiras aqui quando ficou em Kirk. Não sei o que é esse cara aqui, colorido, meio restart. Vamos ver aqui. Ah, sim. É pra entregar um vinho. Esse vinho está encontrando aqui, ó. Eu tinha pego, eu não tinha gravado, por isso eu vou mostrar o local que tava esse vinho. Aqui, ó, Viscount Keeper. Estava aqui. A gente sobe aqui depois que a gente completar aquela quest que tem um tunar que até esqueci de pegar os itens. Ele está aqui em cima, ó. É um outro vinho que a gente pega e leva para aquele cara. Então vamos conhecer o Black Emporium. Vamos lá. Que isso? Meu Deus. O cara tá gemendo. Ignoremos o fato desse cara estar gemendo. Um golem. Isso aí não fala nada. Isso daqui fala também não. Aqui, ó. Então, vindo aqui dá pra gente customizar a nossa personagem. Vocês estão... Lembra daquela vez que eu falei que eu poderia arrumar a casa não quisesse no meio do jogo? Pois é, Black Empire ajuda nisso. Só não tô mais com minhas... Sai! Por que eu vou... Ah. Tá. Ah. Aqui dá pra comprar algumas coisinhas diferentes. Na verdade dá pra comprar várias coisas que não tem nas lojas. Ué, o que é isso? Deixa eu ver. Eu vou pegar isso daqui, que é bom sempre ter alguma coisa diferente, né? Black Empire tem muita coisinha para que possa pegar que não tenha nas outras. Aqui tem uma caixinha para as coisas. Isso aí. Cara, você ainda tá falando? Meu Deus do céu, o que você é? Sei lá. Opa! Ah, não, é só... Nossa. Se quiserem dar uma lida, é só pausar. Não tem nada aqui mais importante. Você não fala mesmo? Não. E você, molequinho? Você fala alguma coisa? Ah, você também é... Você tá meio inútil. Esse aqui é o nosso Black Emporium. mostrado e bonitinho. Vamos sair daqui, vamos ver qual que eu vou fazer. Bem, eu vou lá falar com o Fenris, que ele tem uma quest aqui pra ser feita. Cadê? Tanto faz. Vamos pra casa dele normal aqui. Vamos lá. Fenris, ele é tão limpo que aquele corpo, olha só, continua aqui. É uma beleza, né? Ele teve nem trabalho de tirar o corpo da casa dele. Aqui não abre mais, estão vendo, ó. Então por isso que quando vocês vão fazer aquela quest é ótimo que vocês já peguem tudo aquele momento. Vamos lá.
Egregio Pavali. There are 6 bottles in the cellar. Denarius used to have me pour it for his guests. My appearance intimidated them, he said, which he enjoyed.
I can't imagine why they would be put off.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Nossa, quanta falsidade pra beber um vinho.
It's good I can still take pleasure in the small things.
Is getting back at your master all that matters to you?
There are days when it feels that way. I've wanted to leave my past behind me, but it won't stay there. Tell me, have you never wanted to return to Ferelden?
I've started a life here.
And that's it? You leave it behind so easily?
We fled the Blight and did what we could. Would you have done differently?
No, that is in fact exactly what I have done. I apologize. Your life is your own. It simply sounds very familiar.
Você é muito tonto, Fenris. Você é bêbado.
Do you intend to keep living here?
I haven't decided. For now, it's as good as any other place. I would return to Saharan if I could, but there is no life for me there.
Is that where you're from?
So I've been told.
Were you very young when you left then?
Perhaps.
Nossa, cara.
You could track your former master down, I assume.
I imagine he has returned to Minrathous, though I dare not go near the city while he is alive. No, it is better to wait for him to leave his fortress, fight from a fortified position. I do not expect your help when that day comes, but I would not turn it aside.
You've been on the run a long time then.
3 years now. Denarius has a way of finding me. Perhaps it is the markings. Whatever the means, it never takes him long to follow. This is the first time I've given him reason to pause. I suppose there are advantages in numbers.
Haven't you sought help before?
Hirelings when I could steal the coin. Never anyone of substance. Until you. Denarius will not give up, however. I await his return.
What if he does give up? What then?
Then I go to him. I will not live with a wolf at my back.
Sounds like the right idea to me.
If it comes to that, I doubt it will.
Don't you have anything positive to say?
The wine was tasty. I should thank you again for helping me against the hunters.
Yes, you should.
Had I known Anso would find me a woman so capable, I might have asked him to look sooner.
Coraçãozinhos com Fenris. Eu posso deitar com esse carinha. Sempre que aparece os corações, eu adoro ficar clicando porque, sei lá, é legal fazer uma Hawke putona.
You sound like you're about to ask for a loan.
Well, this mansion does require some upkeep. Perhaps I'll practice my flattery for your next visit. With any luck, I'll become better at it.
Aê! Acho que a gente não teve nada de importante com o Fenris. Vamos descer aqui. Olha, como eu disse, viu? Não dá mais pra ir pra aqueles lugares. Por isso que se você tiver alguma coisa para pegar naquele momento é o melhor. Opa, o que é isso aqui? Isso aí, isso mesmo. Vamos lá. Faz tempo que a gente não vai pra casinha conversar. Tchutchupinha, meu cachorrinho lindo.
Come on, boy. This is no time to play dead.
Oh. Vamos lá com a Bethany.
Why don't you go pick up something at the market? You could use some air.
What? Hey!
Minhas adegas continuam voando.
I can't believe Gamlin stole Mother's entire inheritance. I mean, I can believe it. That's the worst part. I could never turn against my own sister like that.
You're a better person than Gamlin could ever be.
Well, hopefully we'll be out of here soon. You know, when we went to look for that will, I thought we were doing it for Mother, for what she lost. I didn't realize how much it would mean to me. To know I had grandparents who didn't hate me.
I wish they had lived long enough to see us come home.
Home. That's what it is, isn't it? I like saying that. We're not running away again. We're coming home.
What do you think Carver would have made of all this?
He would have hated this place. All the sneering nobles. He'd have gotten himself arrested the first day. And he would have wanted in on your deep roads expedition. Anything to make a name for himself. Sometimes I still can't believe he's
Ele
gone.
iria reclamar de qualquer coisa, Bethany. Você conhece ele. Você sabe como é que o Cavern. Ele ia reclamar, sei lá. Só que minhas adegas estão voando e a espada dele não voa.
Why did Mother and Father work so hard to keep you from the circle? Would it have been so bad?
I guess at first, I was just a little girl. They didn't want to lose me. And once I had learned anything, what would the Templars do to an active apostate, not just a mage-blood child? It changed their lives, your life, Carver's, all because of who I am. Sometimes I wonder if it would have been so bad to be with my own kind, to serve the Chantry as Andraste demands.
Can you imagine if we'd grown up here? Been nobility?
Had grandparents who bought us all liege and silk dresses with lace petticoats. Father was a good man, but Mother gave up so much for him. Of course, if she hadn't worked up the nerve to elope, she probably wouldn't have been able to resist the Templars either. If we'd been born here, you'd be nothing more to me than a name the Circle kept in my file.
We're going to make this our home, Bethany. I promise you.
I hope so, sister. I'm so very tired of running.
Opa, vamos ver se tem mais alguma coisa. Será que ainda tem que falar com você, Bethany? De novo? De novo!
I think this is a picture of Mother. She looks like you.
Where did you get that? Was it at the estate? Let me see. Is it? I think this is Mother's betrothal portrait from when she was supposed to marry the Comte. Look! You can see the ring.
Oh, que coisa familiar, é linda.
You like it?
I love it. My whole life, Mother's always been so sad and worried. All because of my cursed magic. I always wished there was some way to take that burden off her. It's nice to have a reminder of a time when she still knew how to smile.
Aí, vamos ver se a mãe dela tem alguma coisa pra falar.
When I told your grandmother I was marrying your father, she threatened to disown me. She said my children would be mongrels. My father wanted to lock me in, but she told him it's her life, let her ruin it. I wrote to her when each of you were born. She never wrote back. I'm glad she didn't die hating me.
Hoje, literalmente, é dia de eu resolver as coisinhas.
The estate is yours. Why are we still here?
Technically, the house is now property of the Viscount, since its owner died without an heir. If we went there now, we would just be squatters. But if the Viscount acknowledges our rights, we can get back more than the house. We can get back our name.
Grandmother didn't want you to leave. She tried holding on to you the only way she knew.
She would have been so proud of you. You're everything she wanted in an Amel grandchild. She might have had a hard time accepting it at first, but she would have loved you, All three of you. Carver. He was such a little boy. Never had a knee that wasn't scraped or trousers without holes.
The last thing Carver would want is more crying.
I just keep thinking there's something we could have done. It's killing me. I remember that awful creature reaching down and 18 years of loving and feeding and raising and... That was it.
Olha, sinceramente eu não gosto do Carver, mas... Ai, não sei, eu não gosto dele. Foda-se.
I'm not interested in living in the past.
I'm sorry. I've written to the Viscount. I've an audience for after Bartrand's expedition leaves. I couldn't do anything for Carver, but with luck, I could at least give us a home.
Prefiro a Beth, né? Ela é muito mais legal. E aqui... Ainda vou ver quando que eu vou fazer o Mark of the Assassin e o Legacy. Oh, será que você tá mexendo com Jujubinha?
I hope Mother convinces the Viscount to give us the estate.
Oh, que bonitinha, tá mexendo com Jujubinha. Já que eu tô nessa, vamos verificar o que que tem Kirko pra fazer. Uma coisa... Ei, vem Fenris. Pode não.
I've heard about the Circle of Magi outside of the Emporium, but I've never been in one. Are you certain it's wise for us to come here? Considering...
Eu escolhi Fenris e Bethany de uma forma bem pretensiosa. Só porque ele não gosta de magos e porque o nosso irmão é uma maga. É assim, se vocês querem amizade com Fenris, vocês têm que ter contra os magos. Então eu não recomendo que vocês venham com magos se você quiser amizade com ele. Não nessa parte.
I don't think the Templars will be surprised to see another mage here, do you?
Maybe not.
I'll try to avoid setting the place on fire. It'll be hard.
You're not helping.
This seems more like a prison. I wonder if it's more effective than the circle I know.
How is the Imperial Circle of Magi different?
Once upon a time, it was as it is here. The Chantry watched the Magisters closely for any signs of corruption or weakness. Then it changed. The Magisters were permitted to watch over their own, and Templars kept only to enforce the law. What happened next was inevitable. The Magisters rule again, as powerful as they ever were.
You're saying the same thing could happen here?
If the mages were permitted to be their own watchers, of course. It is too easy for a mage to resort to blood magic if they feel the need is great enough. A mage can desire power, justice, revenge, protection. Any cause will do, and then they are lost.
You're saying that locking mages up is better?
All I am saying is the Imperium offers no answer. All that Andraste did long ago to end the tyranny of magic has been undone.
Tyranny of magic. Very dramatic.
Let me show you my homeland, or the ruins of Alathan, and then you may speak of drama. Power corrupts, as they say, and mages have power enough already.
É isso aí, Bethany, orgulho da tia Neil. Olha, Fenris, você é um cara legal. Não, na verdade você é um cara mais chato, mas pelo menos você é mais legal que o Carver. E isso é um elogio. Vamos ver. O que você tem pra falar aqui?
You said the Chantry used to watch the Magisters. Why did they stop?
You must remember that the attitude towards magic is different in Tevinter. Magisters came from wealthy families, bloodlines that had nurtured magical talent for countless generations. The Chantry was not trying to control poor peasants, but the scions of the greatest houses in the Imperium.
I thought the Magisters had been thrown down by the Chantry.
On the contrary, Andraste never defeated the Imperium. A great army conquered the south, but not the north. The Magisters eventually surrendered to the Chantry, but they did so on their terms. They kept their influence. Thus, they reclaimed what they lost over the centuries. Some battles are lost by inches.
According to everything I've seen, the Circle can't control mages anyhow.
And what is the alternative? Freedom is a noble ideal, but I see no oppression here. I see fear and danger. But enough. I'm sure we came here for a reason.
Pois é, eu não criei rage com a Bethany porque ele é muito legal, mas criei rage com ele. Mas eu tô nem aí com essas coisas. O que é isso aqui? Acho que, se não me engano, também é uma... Isso mesmo. Agora me pergunte onde que eu arranjei isso que eu não me lembro. E você, homem, o que você tá vendendo?
Ah, welcome, my dear friend, to Sol's shop. My name is Solicitus. Please, take a look around. My apologies in advance. Our shelves are a bit bare at the moment. Actually, if you're interested, I could use a bit of help to remedy that.
Remedy that. Potions shop. You, my good man, are priceless.
The pun wasn't intentional, although I may use that next time. It's been too dangerous to leave the city of late, and the substances I require for my creations are, of course, elsewhere. Perhaps you could find them. You'll be compensated for your time, have no fear. I'll also give you first pick of my new creations.
Traduzindo, ele quer que a gente busque coisas para ele criar coisas.
Make up a list of what you need, and I'll keep an eye out for you.
Perfect. A discount on everything in the shop, Sirrah.
E isso nos abre uma nova quest que dá pra fazer durante a nossa jogatina aqui. Vamos ver se ninguém mais tem alguma coisa importante pra falar. Eita! Não, não tem nada. Hoje é dia de caçar coisas pra fazer. Hoje não é dia de gameplay. Quer dizer, é. Ah, só inútil. Hoje é dia de... Vamos ver esse cenário. Nossa senhora. Não tem nada aqui. Ah, Hawke, não faz isso comigo. Não, não, não. Vamos embora. Vamos ver se no barzinho tem alguma coisa pra ser feita. Hoje é dia de caçar encrenca aqui, meu.
I misplaced it, along with my sense of dwarven pride and my gold-plated noble cast pin.
I thought maybe it fell onto your chest.
Oh, the broody...
Vamos ver o que tem. Ah, agora sim acho que a quest com essa mulherzinha vai funcionar.
If you're seeking aid, leave your name with my girl. We serve everyone here. No one came from Ferelden without trouble. But I can't give priority to anyone who's already found work and lodging.
Is there a way I can assist these people?
If you've coin to spare, we won't turn it down. Donations go in the box up front. Anything else?
I hear you know where I can find a Ferelden Grey Warden.
Only Ferelden Grey Warden I've heard of is sitting on the throne. We're out of the Blight's path now. Why would you need a warden?
The healer was one of them once, wasn't he? A warden?
Well, he's not now, and busy enough without answering fool questions about it.
Who are you protecting?
You see what our people face in Kirkwall. They have no jobs, no homes. Most can barely buy bread. This healer, he serves them without thought for coin. He's closed their wounds, delivered their children. He's a good man. I won't lose him to the blighted Templars.
Your healer is in no danger from me.
No maid should suffer for an accident of birth.
I suppose it isn't my secret to keep. Anders has certainly been free enough with his services. Refugees in Darktown know to find the healer, look for the lit lantern. If you have need enough, Anders will be within.
Anders, isso aí. O que quest a gente fez? Tranquility. Oh, meu Deus, já fiz essa quest. Mas já que eu tô fazendo a quest de Tranquility, vamos fazer então, né? Beleza.
Hey, we heard you in there asking about the healer. We know what happens to mages in this town. And it ain't gonna happen to
O que você acha
him.
disso, Bethany?
Look, we're Ferelden's just trying to keep out of the Templar's sight, same as you.
Ferelden? But you're clothes. I figured you for a Kirkwaller, sorry. Make her bless the rule of our King Alistair.
É isso aí, Bethany, seja foda pra caralho. Eu nem pretendia fazer essa quest, mas vamos, já que a gente tá aqui mesmo, né? O que custa? Por que eu tô vindo pra cá? Agora vamos, né? Agora vamos. Essa aqui, vamos pegar mais um membro da Parte e ser feliz. Só vai faltar aí 2 membros. Isabela e Sebastian. Vamos pegar primeiro a Isabela, porque depois o Sebastian a gente faz uma especial aqui, só DLC. Ou não, sei lá, nem sei o que eu tô falando. Só uma pergunta, o que tem aqui em cima? Será que é esse cara aqui? Tá? Ah, tá, era só pra entregar um negocinho. Ai, meu Deus. Não enrosca. Vamos lá, vamos lá. Legal que a Bethany tá com um negócio, tipo... tenso. Esse negócio que ela tá nas costas. E aí, eita!
I have made this place a sanctum of healing and salvation. Why do you threaten it?
Strange occupation for a warden. Aren't you more about taint and death? Not healing and salvation.
Did the warden send you to bring me back? I'm not going. Those bastards made me get rid of my cat. Poor Sir Pouncelot. He hated the deep roads.
Relaxa, Anders, relaxa.
You had a cat named Sir Pouncelot in the deep roads.
He was a gift. A noble beast. Almost got ripped in half by a genlock once. He swatted the bugger on the nose. Drew blood too. The blighted warden said he made me too soft. I had to give him to a friend in Amaranthine.
So you came to Kirkwall just to escape the wardens?
You say that like it's a small thing. Yes. I'm here because there's no warden outpost, no darkspawn, and a whole host of refugees to blend in with. And some reasons of my own.
I've always heard that joining the wardens is for life.
That's only partly true. The hopelessly tainted by the darkspawn and plagued by nightmares about the archdemon parts don't go away. But it turns out if you hide well, you don't have to wear the uniform or go to the parties.
I'm part of an expedition into the deep roads. Any information you have could save people's lives.
I will die a happy man if I never think about the blighted deep roads again. You can't imagine what I've come through to get here. I'm not interested, although, a favor for a favor. Does that sound like a fair deal? You help me, I'll help you.
Sempre, Anders, sempre.
Let's be more specific. I don't do anything involving children or animals.
I have a warden map of the depths in this area, but there's a price. I came to Kirkwall to aid a friend, a mage, a prisoner in the wretched gallows. The Templars learned of my plans to free him. Help me bring him safely past them, and you shall have your maps.
O legal que o Anders é o cara mais esquisito. Você, sei lá, você pode ser ruim ou boazinha ou sarcástica que ele te adora. Ele é muito bipolar.
Tell me about your friend.
His name is Karl Thekla. He was sent here from Ferelden when Kirkwall's circle required new talent. His last letter said the Knight Commander was turning the circle into a prison. Mages are locked in their cells, refused appearances at court, made tranquil for the slightest crimes. I told him I would come.
Are these accusations true?
Ask any mage in Kirkwall. Over a dozen were made tranquil just this year. The more people you ask, the worse the rumors become.
How do you plan to break him out of the gallows?
I'm hoping it won't come to that. I sent Karl a message to meet me in the Chantry tonight. Maker willing, he'll be there, alone. But if there are Templars with him, I swear I'll free him from them, whatever the cost.
You want to make your friend an apostate?
That's such a weighted term. Yes, Andraste said magic should serve man, not rule him. But I've yet to find a mage who wants to rule anything. It goes against no will of the Maker for mages to live as free as other men.
I doubt the Divine would agree with that.
The Divine is only a mouthpiece for the Chantry. The Maker does not speak through her.
He doesn't speak through you, either.
Never mind. I do not seek debate, only your aid.
Tell me about your friend.
Não, eu já perguntei isso.
His name is Karl.
Já.
Mages are locked in their cells, refused appearances at court, made
Ok, eu vou te
tranquil
ajudar,
for the
Anders.
slightest crimes. I told him I would
Já
come.
entendi, Anders.
You've convinced me. What's your plan?
I welcome your aid. I have already sent word for Karl to meet me in the Chantry tonight. Join us there, and we'll ensure that no matter who is with him, we all walk away free.
Traduzido, vamos chutar a porta. Fenris, seu louquinho. Você também é mais bipolar que o Anders. Por favor, né? Por favor. Deixa eu acelerar esse negócio aqui.
Is brooding a sport into...
Vamos ver aonde que está. Anders. O que é isso? Não. Vamos pra Anders. O que é isso? Eu tenho curiosidade. Blonde Rose. Certo, a gente já tá aqui. É só subir aqui. Que ela é uma outra quest.
I saw Karl go inside a few minutes ago. No Templars so far. Are you ready?
Come on, bitches!
I didn't see anyone suspicious out here. Let's do this fast.
All right. I'll handle the talking. You watch for Templars. When we find Karl, just let me talk to him.
Eu com minha mega armadura vamos andar like a ninja. Like a ninja.
Anders, I know you too well. I knew you would never give up.
E esse topetinho?
What's wrong? Why are you talking like...
I was too rebellious, like you. The Templars knew I had to be made an example of.
No!
How else will mages ever master themselves? You'll understand, Anders. As soon as the Templars teach you to control yourself. This is the apostate.
Nossa, que foi isso?
You will never take another mage as you took him.
Traduzindo, fodeu. Nossa, Ana, você é muito... Meu Deus do céu. Morre! Não, ali, Beto. Aqui, Beto. Deixa os caras aqui. Aí, nossa. Ajuda sua irmã, Beto. Nossa senhora, tá um capeta aqui. Vamos ficar aqui. Vai, Anders!
Anders, what did you do? It's like you brought a piece of the fate into this world. I had already forgotten what that feels
O que ele
like.
fez só matou os templários, coisa tranquila, cara. Aqui, tipo, é terra sem lei.
What did you do? Not the fade part. The angry, glowing bit.
It's like a gateway to the fade inside you, glowing like a beacon.
I have some unique circumstances, yes. But Carl, what happened? How did they get you?
The Templars here are far more vigilant than in Ferelden. They found a letter I was writing you. You cannot imagine it, Anders. All the color, all the music in the world, gone. I would gladly give up my magic. But this, I'll never be whole again.
This is what Mother was protecting me from.
Please, kill me before I forget again. I don't know how you brought it back, but it's fading.
Carl, no.
Yes, Peach.
Maybe we can find a cure.
Can you cure a beheading? The dreams of tranquil mages are severed. There is nothing left of them to fix.
I would rather die a mage than live as a Templar puppet.
A gente mata ele ou não mata ele? Mata, não mata, mata, não mata.
The Tranquil I've met seem content with their lot. Maybe it's not that bad.
You have no idea. Your emotions, your dreams, everything stripped away on someone's whim. If I were made tranquil, I would wish for a friend compassionate enough to kill me. Carl, I'm sorry.
Now, it's fading. Why do you look at me like that?
Vai lá, Anders. Se vira, cara. O amigo é seu, não o meu.
Goodbye.
Vixe, Anders. O que foi isso?
We should leave before more Templars come.
So, let me guess. This is the part where you tell me you're an abomination?
You're wrong. But not far wrong. This is hard to explain. When I was in Amaranthine, I met a spirit of justice who was trapped outside the Fade. We became friends, and he recognized the injustice that mages and Thedas face every day.
And that's different than a demon.
Just as demons prey on the deadly sins of mankind, there are good spirits who embody our virtues. Spirits of compassion, fortitude, justice. They are the Maker's first children, and they have all but given up on us.
Você é só um cara chatinho. Tudo bem, Anders, tudo bem.
This spirit sounds like a useful friend to have.
He was far better to me than I have been to him. To live outside the Fade, he needed a host. I offered to help him. We were going to work together, bring justice to every child ever ripped away from his mother to be sent to the Circle. But I guess I had too much anger. Once he was inside me, he changed.
Que eu comecei a perceber que meu grupo tá ficando cada vez mais estranho.
So, you have this spirit of justice living in your head?
It's not like that. He's gone now. He's part of me. It's not like we can have a conversation. I feel his thoughts as my own. Not even the greatest scholar could tell you where I end and he begins.
That really didn't look like a happy, benevolent spirit from where I was standing.
Since when is justice happy? Justice is righteous. Justice is hard.
You tried to help a friend. Surely no harm can come of that?
Of course. No harm ever comes from good intentions, even when magic is involved.
Normally, I would argue that. I wanted to do well by justice, I really did. But my anger, when I see Templars now, things that have always outraged me, but I could never do anything about, he comes out. And he is no longer my friend, Justice. He is a force of vengeance, and he has no grasp of mercy.
Ah, Anders, justiça é eu atacar uma adaga na cabeça de alguém. Coraçãozinho com ele também, vamos ver o que ele vai falar aqui.
So, that explains your whole sexy torture look.
Perhaps I should check the looking glass more often. I had not thought to ever find a woman who would look past what I just said.
Hawke,
My maps are
você
yours.
não era assim antes quando eu te
As am I,
conheci.
if you wish me to
Quer
join your
dizer,
expedition.
quando eu te criei.
I thought I was done with the Grey Wardens. But if you have any need of me, I will be waiting here.
Certo, meu Deus. Vamos ver, meu grupo já tá meio louco. Temos 3 magos. Beleza, temos a Bethany, a pessoa mais normal que tem, a nossa capirota e o nosso, sei lá, isso aqui é tipo capiroto meio deus. Então temos o Fenris, Varric e a Verine, os únicos que também são normais. Vamos ver.
This is the only place in Kirkwall I feel safe.
Vamos ver. Ah, beleza. Ok, eu vou parando o game por aqui. Então é isso aí, pessoal. Vou terminando o jogo por aqui. Esse vídeo nem sei se foi curto, se foi longo, mas tudo bem. Foi mais uma coisa tanto aleatório. Você precisa de alguma coisa, Fenris? Pelo amor de Deus. Então é isso aí, pessoal. Fui!